Hey, NBA fans, Harrison Graham here on Chat Sports with the latest NBA free agency news and some rumors as well as day two of free agency rolls along and some more deals are getting done. We'll go ahead and jump on in here. Carmelo Anthony heading back to the Portland Trailblazers on a one-year deal. Some speculation on maybe he would go sign with another team. Could he return to the New York Knicks? But ultimately, he decides to stick with the team that gave him a chance to return to the NBA, and that, of course, is the Portland Trailblazers. He will return on a one-year contract to Portland, and he played a fairly critical role last year for the Blazers. Gave them that third score behind Damian Lillard and, of course, C.J. McCollum. And I think this makes sense for a lot of for both parties, right? MELO was able to contribute a lot. Portland needs that third type of scorer. They've added some decent defensive pieces, so you don't necessarily need to upgrade in that department. I think this makes a lot of sense for both teams involved. I selfishly think it would have been pretty funny if he returned to the New York Knicks, but I think Portland makes the most sense for Carmelo Anthony, and I'm glad to see him stick around in the NBA. He'll turn 37 in May, and 12, 18 months, we thought his career could be over, but instead, he gets a new deal with the Portland Trailblazers. One-year deal. Don't have official contract details as of yet, but I would assume that it's either, something cheap, maybe a mid-level or minimum contract or something like that. So I definitely think that's a win-win for both parties involved. Who has been the biggest free agency winner so far? It can be a player, it can be a team. Gordon Hayward, anybody? Wow, 4 years, $120 million for him. But let me know who you guys think has been the biggest free agency winner so far. Go ahead and type that in the comment section. And by the way, we will have free agency winners and losers probably as soon as tomorrow. We'll probably update them a couple of times, do a couple of different batches of videos on winners and losers. We'll do some free agency grades as well. That's why you should subscribe to us here at Chat Sports, because we have the #1 free agency coverage on YouTube, and that's just based on you guys because we're getting more views than anybody else. Appreciate you guys who have subscribed already. If you haven't, hit that big red button because we have videos coming out all the time here on YouTube. So go ahead and stay up to the latest surrounding NBA free agency when you subscribe. All right, next one up, Paul Millsap. He's sticking with the Denver Nuggets. Somewhat surprised by this one as there was a lot of interest here from Millsap, a player who is well respected around the league. He, like Carmelo Anthony, is getting older in age, but still offers veteran leadership, toughness, defense, floor spacing, and Denver valued that as they still have a very, very young roster. So 1 year, $10 million, heading back to Denver. He gets another solid payday in the NBA, despite being 36 years old, I believe, at this point. But he's still a really quality player. Had a really solid season last year for the Denver Nuggets. Just look at the numbers. Almost 12 points, 6 boards, shot almost 50% from the floor, 43% from three-point range. Paul Millsap is still an excellent, excellent basketball player, and I think that is why ultimately he's still getting paid very, very well in the NBA. Good to see him back with the Denver Nuggets as they try to, run it back and make another run to the playoffs next season. We're getting to the latest Lakers news and rumors. Rajon Rondo will not be returning to Los Angeles as he is heading to the Atlanta Hawks. He announced on Instagram earlier today, basically thanking LA for his time there. Of course, he was played a role on that championship team this past season, but he is moving on to the Atlanta Hawks. 2 years, $15 million contract, and I think this makes some sense, right? The Lakers had kind of run out of money. Would have had to have been a vet minimum deal. More on KCP in a minute with the latest around him. But 2 years, $15 million. He gets to go mentor Trae Young in Atlanta. The Hawks have now added Chris Dunn and Rondo, two excellent defensive guards. And Rondo's a guy who's been through the battles, right? And Trae Young is a guy who's hoping to get to some of those battles. You look at the raw numbers, yeah, it's not going to blow you away. But we know Rondo, he kicks it into another gear come playoff time, and he definitely did that in the NBA bubble for the Los Angeles Lakers. So I definitely think they'll miss him in that aspect a little bit, but the Lakers have still had a really, really good free agency period so far. But Rajon Rondo heading to the Atlanta Hawks on a 2-year, $15 million contract to join up with Trae Young and the boys down in Atlanta. Will the Lakers miss Rajon Rondo this upcoming season? Type Y for yes, type in for no. Go ahead and cast your votes down in the comment section. Will LA miss Rondo during the 2020-21 season? Go ahead and let me know what you guys think. Now, we got NBA jerseys on sale for up to 25% off at chatsports.com/NBA jerseys. You Lakers fans can get this LeBron one. 81s are available. Tons are available. And guys, players are getting traded. Players are getting signed to new teams. But the good news is our friends at Fanatics have jersey insurance. So if for some weird reason the Mavs trade Luka or the Celtics trade Jason Tatum, not going to happen. But if they do, you can get that jersey insurance, and Fanatics will send you a brand new jersey. Tons of these are available at chatsports.com/NBA jerseys. That link is going to be in the comments. It's going to be in the description as well. So go ahead and check that out at chatsports.com/NBA jerseys. Go ahead and get yourself a brand new jersey on sale today. Now, the latest on KCP is that the Lakers would still like to bring him back, and they have his bird rights, but with all the money they've committed in free agency, they are hard cap. They could offer him roughly $12 million. That's what they can offer him per year is $12 million, and he wanted a pay raise from that $8.5 million or so that his player option was going to get him. He opted out of that. He was hoping to get a pay raise. The Knicks have shown some interest. Other teams should have interest as well after he's coming off a pretty solid season and especially a pretty strong playoff run, which he emerged as the Lakers' third option, really. We thought it would be Kyle Kuzma all year long, but it really became KCP, especially come playoff time. Shot well from three last year, shot even better in the playoffs, so he's going to have suitors out there. It's just going to be a matter of can he get more money from another team on the open market. We'll have to wait and see. $12 million sounds pretty enticing to me if I'm KCP and the Los Angeles Lakers. If I can make $12 million on the Lakers and 14 on the Knicks, I'm going back to the Lakers. I'm chasing another ring with LeBron James, but that is just my opinion. So we will have to wait and see what he decides over the next couple of days, and then I assume he will make a decision. Where will KCP play next season? Let me know in the comments. Where will Kentavious Caldwell-Pope be this upcoming year? I still think $12 million to the Lakers sounds pretty enticing, and then they can fill out the roster with minimum contracts. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Where will KCP play this upcoming season? Now, you kind of check out the Lakers free agency so far. These are some guys that haven't signed yet. Anthony Davis, he's expected to re-sign with LA. He's just working through with his agent how long he wants to sign. I would expect like a 2-year deal with maybe a player option for a third year, or a player option on a second year. KCP, like I mentioned, still out there. Markieff Morris, Jared Dudley, Dion Waiters. We'll see what happens to some of those other guys. Guys they've already brought in: Wesley Matthews, Montrezl Harrell coming on board. You lose Rondo, you lose Avery Bradley to the Miami Heat, and Dwight Howard in that bizarre situation to the Philadelphia 76ers. But getting Montrezl Harrell, getting Wes Matthews, you can get KCP back. You got to be feeling pretty good about what the Lakers have done so far in free agency. I know I feel pretty good about what they've done so far, so we'll just have to wait and see how it finishes up. So grade the Lakers free agency so far. A, B, C, D, or F. Go ahead and let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Get subscribed to our Lakers only channel at youtube.com/LakersTV. Jimmy, myself, Tom, we are keeping you updated with the latest going on around the Los Angeles Lakers. So make sure you go subscribe at youtube.com/LakersTV. Lots of information available for you guys. So go ahead and make sure that you do that. So we take a look at kind of some of the other smaller moves that are happening. Some of these were hit earlier. Gordon Hayward, obviously the news of the day. Jimmy broke that down for you guys. Avery Bradley to Miami, 2-year deal. Jay Crowder, 3 years, $30 million to the Suns. And then Jeff Green on a minimum contract. He is heading to the Brooklyn Nets. Some other deals: Gary Clark, 2 years, $4 million. The Orlando Magic. John Konchar's heading to the Grizzlies, 4 years, just under $10 million. Jaylen Adams, two-way deal. We'll see the more details on that in the coming days, I am sure. And then, like we mentioned, Rajon Rondo. We mentioned Millsap. We mentioned MELO. And then one more here, Elfrid Payton heading to the New York Knicks on a 1-year, $5 million deal. So lots of free agency signings are happening, and we're going to continue to keep you guys updated throughout the weekend and on into next week as we anticipate a lot more moves coming through. We'll leave you with this question: what big-name player gets traded? A lot of signings going down, not a lot of trades over the past couple of days. So what big-name trade or player will get traded next? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I am Harrison Graham. Be subscribed. We'll have NBA free agency coverage throughout the next several days, as long as there are deals to still be made. So make sure you keep it plugged in here to Chat Sports.